What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here and welcome back to another news roundup. And to kick us off, we got some details on the upcoming Wii U title Xenoblade Chronicles X. And well, it's sounding super awesome. Now, the world that the game takes place on, which is called Mira, will be 400 kilometers squared, which is 5 times larger than the world in Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, I've never actually played Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, but I've heard the world in that game is quite big. But in Xenoblade Chronicles X, the world is going to be ginormica. And hopefully the world isn't just big for the sake of being big, but there's actually stuff to do in this giant open world. Another interesting tidbit to note is that Tetsuya Takahashi, who's the executive director of Xenoblade Chronicles X, clocked in over 300 hours for his final playtime in this game. So, in conjunction with the world being gigantic, this game is going to be jam-packed with a ton of content to last you many hours, which, simply put, is fantastic. Some other things we now know about Xenoblade Chronicles X is that it will have around 90 songs in its soundtrack. And while the soundtrack for the original Xenoblade Chronicles had next to 0 vocal songs, Chronicles X will have multiple songs accompanied by voices.
Like that.
The main character in the game, which is you, joins a group called Blade and gets involved in their various activities. And those activities are separated into 8 different divisions called unions. And you're freely able to join whichever union you want, and depending on which union you pick, you'll get different activities to do. So, for example, there's a union called Arms, and that union helps with developing weapons like dolls. So basically there are multiple pathways for you to take. But it's not like your decision is set in stone. You can switch unions. And finally, here's the clincher. Xenoblade Chronicles X supports off-TV play, so you can play the entirety of the game on just the gamepad screen. I'm a big fan of off-TV play. I almost always play my Wii U games on just the gamepad itself, unless the game forces me to use the TV. But I'm glad that Chronicles X has it, because if it's a 300-hour game, I would like to use the gamepad. It's a little more comfy. In other news is something that Nintendo has confirmed multiple times in the past, so it's almost like beating a dead horse. But Satoru Iwata, Nintendo's president, has confirmed that they are not going to release their Nintendo games on smart devices. Iwata feels that releasing their current games on smartphones, like making an iOS version of Splatoon or something, wouldn't lead to the future. But on the other hand, Nintendo does want to leverage the use of smartphones by using them to draw consumers to their systems. We do know Nintendo is working on an app for smartphones that revolves around Mii's or something. We don't know too much about it, but Nintendo's position on smartphones still stands. So lay off their back, Jack. Now, even though the most recent Adventure Time game, which is The Secret of the Nameless Kingdom, released not all that long ago, we have confirmation from Little Orbit themselves that another Adventure Time game is in development right now. And we have confirmation because Little Orbit is holding a contest where you can design your own Adventure Time character and have it possibly show up in the next soon-to-be-announced Adventure Time game. But other than that, we have no idea what this new Adventure Time game is about or how it's going to play. But just know another one's on the way. That actually rhymed. I didn't mean to do that.
Now, I haven't played Secret of the Nameless Kingdom, but hopefully it's better than Explore the Dungeon, because I don't know. Because that game was awful.
And as a way to round this video off is that Renegade Kid has announced that the remaining episodes of Moon Chronicles, which are episodes 2 through 4, will be releasing on the 3DS eShop in North America on February 5th. Each episode will cost $4.50, but there is also a season pass which contains all 3 remaining episodes for a lower price of only $9. Now, if you already own the first episode, you're going to have to install an update before you can get the remaining episodes. But if you want a little first-person action on your 3DS, maybe you want to check out Moon Chronicles. But that will bring us to the end of the news roundup. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff, and you can stay tuned for more videos in the future. There will be a video review for Gunman Clive 2, and also there will be a new episode of Bug and Bradley going up this Saturday. But I will talk to you in the next video, guys. Bye!